Welcome everyone for another round of Subnautica modded, this time focusing on floating habitat type bases. And I still have my 3 wind turbines going and fresh again load, 50% health on that one. This is the one that was, failing, losing power or losing health. Oh, that one's actually losing health now. So now I've got only 2 that are losing health as opposed to just the what? Okay, never mind. This one's losing health now, and this one is at 41% instead of 50%. Let's see, I repaired that a little bit. Is it going to drop? And that one's dropping very quickly, because if that was at 50% to start with, yeah, it's still very bugged. There wasn't an update, but there's still clearly some kind of bug going on with that. And because I don't exactly have a good option right now in terms of the base with placement, I'm just going to go with some grow beds to get things going, just so I can have some plant production. And with that, then I'm going to upgrade to the habitat, or not the habitat, the hydroponic planters. I'm going to upgrade to those and set them up. But right now, I just need some plants to grow, period. So I'll do creep vine just for the seeds, 1 of those, 2 of the regular vine ones, and I'm gonna go ahead and plant. You know what, as I grabbed one, even though there's mushrooms all around, I don't have to go hunting for them if I start to run low. So acid mushrooms right there, that will get the basic one started. Now I need some blood oil, and it's so fortunate that there's a blood oil trench area over here that is actually not very far away. I'm almost feeling now like I should just put the habitat platform above this. That could have been almost just as good. But yeah, I'm gonna grab some stuff from here, even though it's so close. It's a lot closer to have the planter beds right below me. Hey, get away from my vehicle. He's not even trying to teleport me. He was actually swiping at it. That's different. Usually they just hit me with the teleport beam and injure me that way. He was like, no, I actually want to pry you out. All right. That's 2 racks full of servers. That's 288 times 2. Before I even try to do the math, 576. There we go. 576 items worth of storage now. And you see just how well things are starting to come along. Yeah, I got a couple of gel spat spores. I probably should go ahead and plant those too. That might help a little bit. So I can make a small hydroponic harvester, which really isn't what I want. Yeah, it's 1 item, and it's kind of interesting the way these are done. I'm hoping they'll take a cue with the next version of these from the new deep driller, and that the deep driller can be programmed for limiting a certain amount of a certain item. With these, if you haven't followed my gameplay in the past, if you do this single small hydroponic harvester, you get 1 item, total capacity of 25 items in the entire thing storage. If you do medium, it's going to be 2 different items. That means 25 of each really is what it should be, but it's actually 50 items total storage. So you could end up imbalancing things with, say, 40 and 10, just because they'll produce at the same rate. But if you're using some of a certain one, the other one's just going to keep producing. There's no limiting on that. And then the same thing with the large. Large is 4 items that you can have growing with a total storage of 100 items. I'm really hoping they'll give the option to, say, if I have a 4 item one and 1 item is creep vine seed clusters and you only want 25 seed clusters, that you can tell it, limit that to 25 seed clusters. I'm really hoping we get that. For now, I really want to just go with the large hydroponic harvesters, save space. And for that, I need more synthetic fibers because I'm going to need 4 synthetic fibers for that. And that means a lot of benzene. It has 12 blood oil for each one. Okay, large hydroponic harvester. I love how it's already lighting up a bit. I'm just going to put it there. And we're going to do water-based samples. We're going to change it to minimum for right now. I don't know how much power this is going to drain on it. You know, I'm not even worried about color. Definitely, you know, want the light on so we can see. And so, yeah, 2 power per second. You know what? Let's kick it up. I've got 5 point something from the deep driller. We'll kick it up. Well, actually, you know, we'll go high. 8 power per second. Is that making a big enough difference? Oh, yes. That is definitely draining my power. And, oh, there's a problem, too. 2 of them have stopped. It's not just one that decided to quit on me. It's 2 of them. Yeah, it should not take just a matter of seconds for it to lose 1% health. That's way too fast for them to wear out. That's you repairing them every few minutes. That's not usable like that. And I feel like that's got to be the mod, not in interference with some other mod. Now, the fact that they all spawn in at 50% and some of them do not drain at all, yeah, I could see that being interference with another mod, but it seems like they're draining too fast because the mod's kind of set not quite where it needs to be. Wow, there seems to be a problem in the corners on this. It's not even that I'm building. It's like if I stand in the corner, it's making me bounce. Does it do it on this side? Kind of got... Oh, yeah. Not as bad. But apparently, I guess something to do with... The fact is that like I've got something in the way and it knocks me off. Okay, that's interesting. See if I can at least get in position to place one. No, as soon as I... Wow. Okay. All right, guess I'm placing it this way. Power's going up a little bit. It's sunny outside. I've got a bunch of extra solar panels. It's going up a little bit. Even though that one has failed now. 5%. Now this one's draining. Okay. So it's also very strange that they would... One would work till it fails. The next one then starts draining. I'm going to let these both fail. And then if that one drains and fails, then I know there's just a bug with it right now, and these may be coming out. So 2 are dead again. That's 5% where it stops, 5% where it stops. And let's see, is this one draining now? Yes. So they are draining in sequence, which makes absolutely no logical sense why the first one drains, then the second one drains, then the third one drains, you know, after one fails. 5% stops. Not yet. No. Oh, there it goes. So I guess right before it converts to 4.9%. Yeah, it stopped. So let's see. It's daytime, so I'm going to have some solar power production. But I am producing not enough yet to keep everything going. It'll be a steady drain. So there's still power storage happening in that. It still has power in its battery, as it were. But I'm not producing enough to maintain the current drain. And so that's all 3 dead at 5%. So I am going to save and close out, reload. All right, we are back right in, and I already hear them. They're already going. Yep. All of them back. 50% on that one, 50% on that one. Okay, so this one's already drained 2%. There goes 3%. That one's draining. So those 2 are draining at the same time now. And this one's draining at the same time. So before I was seeing one drain at a time. Now they're all draining at the same time. All of them back to 50%, even though they were all dead. So there's a bug with it. And I don't think I'm going to take them out, actually. I think what I'm going to do, because that has power storage and to a degree when they work, I'm just going to leave it in. But I'm going to have to supplement with something a bit more reliable in terms of power right now. So unfortunately, I think right now that the closest heat source options I have are these geysers right here in the Jelly Shroom Cave, which really isn't that bad. 300 meters away. Not that far really for doing a few power transmitters. And I mean, that's a whole set of them down here. I could easily network these together thanks to the improved power network mod, and just you know, quick little hop up here and then across to where the base is at. I feel like at least one is going to be necessary. Oh, wow. Oh, so the improved power network extends the range that much for it to connect. I don't have anything else in the area for it to connect to. If that connects, then awesome. I don't have to worry about spending that much in resources to make a ton of them. Yeah, look at that. It's connecting. Maybe that's part of the bug I had last season with the ampeels that was connecting across the map to some ampeels. I hope that doesn't happen again with this. But yeah, it's connecting all the way there. Wonder how well it will work down below with the thermal plants. Guess it's time to put some thermal plants in. Let's see. I'm going to start with the middle one because it's the most direct in terms of line of sight. We're up above, and I'm going to try to do this quickly. Though I have the reinforced dive suit, I don't want to be hit with the blast. If I can get it to place. Boom. 96 Celsius. So that should be a hefty amount of power right there. As long as I'm not cooked alive doing this. 95, so close enough. Okay, so I got those. We're gonna toss one of these. So that's connecting way out there. All right, so power network is increasing the range between them, but not so much increasing the range to the thermal plants themselves. So I need this to be kind of close in here. I'll probably have to move it later just to get it once I get a few more thermal plants. I'm running low on titanium now because I've been focusing on getting other supplies. So we'll have to get more titanium. Also need more magnetite. Okay, so my power has gone up in total capacity, but my overall power amount has dropped a bit more than I thought it would have. That one's still going. Those have stopped. So apparently what was ever in their battery storage has drained. So while that last one is still spinning at the moment, I need titanium. I need some purple tablets at least. I'm going to head to the mountain and get some of that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, no. No, sir. No. I was hearing the Reaper scream, and I'm like, wait a sec. I'm inside the cave. I'm perfectly fine. And then, boom, I see a mandible piece sticking through the wall. I'm like, oh, no, no, no. You're not going to eat me. We're not even supposed to be able to get in here. All right, one tablet. That's what I came here for. And I'm going back to my sea moth. I'm going to be attacked. I'll be in the sea moth at least. One tablet. Two tablet. Technically now with the decorations mod, I can make a red tablet and then a blue tablet. We can Dr. Seuss this thing all over the place. Time capsule. Gotta scan it, you know, because need to unlock it. All right, now open tablets. Just tablets. Stasis rifle. Cool. Okay. Didn't have that. 3 tablets. Oh, wow. Coming back, and this is actually draining the battery on this now. That can't be right. What? Is this not connecting it? No, it's connected. Yeah, it's right there. It's connected. So why is the battery empty? So apparently I did run out of power completely. And yeah, I guarantee, well, part of it is the amount I'm draining, of course, how much power I'm using up. But the other part is the fact that that means all 3 turbines are dead and not producing any power. They're providing power storage, which does absolutely no good if they're not producing the power because the power doesn't transfer between different points. So my, was it 12 solar panels I have now? Plus 2 thermal plants out that way. Not enough constant power production, or at least not enough from the 2 thermal plants during the night to maintain what I'm using. So I've got to get a lot of thermal plants going until this mod is fixed. For now, I'm just going to repair all 3 of these and let them run down again. At least they'll keep things rolling smoothly for a little while. And large hydroponic number 2. Let's get it close together. All right, we're going with water-based, so I'm not worried about food. We're going to put in creep vine. So I have the seed clusters, the regular creep vine samples. I'm going to do both of the mushrooms, and that leaves one spot here. -7? I have one item total, and I have -7 blood oil in the... How does that work? How do I have a negative in here? I've been putting blood oil in my other storage. So, did it suddenly siphon more than this had somehow? That's weird. Or really weird. But, alright, I'm going to add gel sack in here so I have storage for gel sacks. And apparently, I have a way to increase my overall storage by getting a negative count. Okay, quit being so picky about where I place you. There we go. That's one. I do want to mention, I believe there's a mod for using the habitat builder through the sea moth that you could actually add it as a controllable module to the sea moth. And while some people may like that, to me that seems too much like sitting in a recliner and never getting out, because specifically you can, you know, do everything with your remote control. So I'm not going to use that, but it's there, I believe, if anybody wants to use it. I'm pretty sure there's one for that. Oh wow, 101 degrees Celsius right there on that one. That, I mean, about as close as I guess as I'll get for that. That's like the hottest one right there, yeah. Even above the actual eruption area, it's not as hot as that other one. Oh man. So apparently during the night, the last of the wind turbines failed, and my power drained. Probably shut down things in the base. And yeah. So this is all solar power and 6 thermal plants. And even with that, I'm struggling. That's 2 hydroponic harvesters. And of course, I do have the deep driller kicked up to 50 items a day. So it's like 5.7 energy per second. That's another 4 energy per second. Oh no, 6 energy per second. So yeah, I'm using like almost 12 energy per second just between 3 items. So with a little bit more testing of the wind turbine mod, I'm going to go ahead and say install it. I'm not saying don't install it, because I mean, yes, I'm having problems with it, but install it. You may not have the same issue. It may be from a mod conflict. So try it in your game if you're interested. It is a little bit more expensive, of course, than the solar panels, but you have a huge amount of storage capacity for power, and it produces a lot of power. I mean, a very high output, even just someplace like this. Now, of course, you do have to be above water level for it to work, so it may not be the best option for you to try in the lava zone. But if you do encounter the same issue I'm having, then don't fret, just build 2, maybe 3 at max for a base, and hopefully an update will come soon that will fix this problem. But that's going to be it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, leave me a comment, let me know if you're seeing the same issue or you're seeing a different issue with the turbines. And of course, if you've got any suggestions as far as the production, love to hear it from you. And hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I hope you have a good one.